It's game week. It's here. Yep, today. A week from right now, Alabama will kick off against Western Kentucky. So we're going to get into that. We're going to talk about Alabama turning their focus to the Hilltoppers and getting ready for football at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Nick Saban over in Ireland covering a football game today on the Pat McAfee show. Gosh, I feel like I need to hang out with him at the bar. He's a great football coach, but you know what? I'm a great wingman, and I know he's not out there looking to replace Miss Terry, but he just needs to relax a little bit. We're going to talk about his comments and how uncomfortable Coach looked on the McAfee show. Still love the guy. We're going to get into that and more right here on the Bama Tailgate YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Let's get this party started with a huge Roll Tide. Everybody, I'm Mick Gillespie at Broadcaster Mick on the socials, and it is great to have you guys here today. Big Sexy Elmo, our partner on the show, is right now, what do they say, out of pocket. He's on assignment. He had a football game Friday night. Jasper crushed Brookwood. He was on the call, and he's a radio station mogul. So he's got a lot going on, but we're going to talk to him again tomorrow. But we appreciate it, and let's get this show started. Now, I want to start by getting into the fact that Alabama is starting to turn its focus to Western Kentucky. And I'm sure these guys are at the point right now where they're ready to start hitting another team, right? 2 scrimmages, they're already in like 20 practices. Then you got this week, and then it's time to go. We've had a lot of questions answered, okay? First off, the offense is going to be absolutely elite. There's just no doubt about it, right? Offensive line is going to be great. Parker Brailsford makes such a big difference snapping the football. That is a huge upgrade. I mean, a huge upgrade from Seth McLaughlin. Like, Seth could not snap the football. I mean, like, as good as he was as some of the other stuff, 25 bad snaps last year. Brailsford is going to make it a lot easier on Jalen Milroe because the ball is going to be right where he needs it. He's going to be able to read the defenses. He's going to be able to do the other stuff. Some people say he's a little undersized. He might be, but you know what? He's also one of the strongest guys on the football field when he plays. He'll be just fine there, okay? Tyler Booker could be Alabama's best NFL prospect. He's on the offensive line. Jaden Roberts, another beast, another guy that's going to play in the NFL, another just key to this thing. Caden Proctor transferred back, and he talked about that a little bit. He said that when he came back from going to Iowa, first thing he did was apologize to Kalen DeBoer. He said, look, I didn't give the guy a chance, and that was on me, and I apologize, but this is where I want to be. I've got some great relationships here. I want to be at Alabama, and I love the fact that this happened because he's one of those guys now that can say, hey, man, the grass isn't greener on the other side. Or what Nick Saban used to say, the grass is always greener on the septic tank. You think about what's going on here, right? The other position battle we've talked about, Wilkin Formby and Elijah Pritchard. One of those two is going to have this job. I don't think it really matters. I think we're going to see both of those guys in pivotal roles here. You're going to need both of those offensive linemen. And then I'm so excited about what Coach Cap is doing. I'm really fired up about what's happening on the offensive line, and I think that it is the strength of this football team. Jalen Milroe is going to be a lot better. I'm telling you. He's coming in with the experience and the confidence. He led Alabama. He's had a whole offseason to think about the way that things went wrong at the end of the Michigan game. I think that he's got much better offensive coaches to work with. And that's not a shot at, Tommy Rees from last year. I think he's good too, but these guys are just more advanced. Okay. Kalen DeBoer, Nick Sheridan, they've worked together. Jamarcus Shepard, working with the wide receivers. I just feel like this offense is going to be led by Milroe, and then having Ty Simpson, who's got to be one of the most experienced backups in the SEC. I mean, when you really think about it, And I don't mean game experience, but I mean just being around. Like, this isn't some freshman that they're pulling off the field. I mean, this guy's been there. He's been through it. He's improved every year that he's taken a step. And then you talk about the wide receivers, and you look at the depth that Alabama has at wide receiver. Bernard coming over from Washington, and and those guys going out there. Law, I think, is set to have a big season. Prentice, I mean, these guys are ready to make some plays, and who knows? Maybe Odom, maybe one of these other guys is going to be a surprise and contributor. But there's depth at that position. And then the tight end spot, you lost Amari Niblack, but at the same time, Dupree and Oots and these guys, I just feel like we're going to be surprised in that area too. Whether they're back there blocking or they're sliding out. There's going to be a lot more creativity with this offense. So I'm excited about it. And I do believe that this is going to be the thing that leads Alabama, this elite offense. We can get into the defense, what that's going to look like. And I'm expecting there to be some growing pains on the defensive side of the football. But I think the strength's going to be up front, getting after the quarterback. And as those guys grow into these new positions, some of them, might have different names, but they're the same. Some of them are totally different. I feel like Alabama's got strength up front, and then they've got experience at the safety position, and I think they'll be all right. I think that they'll be good as long as they just tackle, and I think that's the biggest thing about the defense. So then you turn everything to this. Western Kentucky at Bryant-Denny Stadium, 6 o'clock. I am fired up, and I think all you guys are too. What's this going to look like? What's the offense? Or is this going to be one of those offenses that we've seen in the past where, hey, we have a good first quarter and then we shut it down and then maybe we come back in the fourth? Or is this going to be one of those offenses like 2020 where you're just accelerating the entire time? You're pounding the football the whole way, forcing them to stop you. And if you get the ball back on defense, you're going to score. So you put a lot of fear in the opposition's minds just dealing with that. Now, the other part about this season is Alabama looks at Western Kentucky is that they have one of the toughest 5 schedules in football. And people think, well, the over-under's 9.5, they're going to lose games. And just because they play a tough schedule, they've played tough schedules before, doesn't mean they're going to lose. This program knows how to win. And that's the thing when people say, oh, well, at Tennessee and at this, at LSU and at Oklahoma and Georgia at home, Alabama knows how to win. Okay. They've beaten up Georgia. If Georgia's supposed to be like the cream of the crop, beat Alabama a few times and maybe they will win. But now, you know what? You play them twice. They're not going to beat Alabama twice in one season. They might not beat Alabama once this season. Until they do that without luck, like a bunch of guys getting hurt, then they haven't done it to me, So here we are pushing for the start of the season. Now let's talk about our old head coach. He's in a spot like this in a bar in Ireland with Pat McAfee and McAfee's entire crew. And if you guys have, I'd play the video for you, but I don't think I can. I don't think legally I'm allowed to, right? But they're all sitting there and Saban's in the middle and they're asking Saban questions. And I'm telling you right now, this guy has worked so hard and has been so focused on work, having fun, like drinking a beer, which he wasn't, but I mean, drinking a beer with McAfee, who's like me, was having some beers. He looked so out of place. He looked like he just did not belong there. But one of the guys asked him about why he picked Alabama to finish third, right? Why did he have Georgia and Texas playing in the SEC championship game? And he said, it's reverse rat poison is what he said. Hey, I never liked it when my team was picked to win because, that they expect to win and and all this stuff. I think that's bullcrap. Like, look, if you're going to be in the media now, you need to be as honest as you were when you were coaching. Okay. And I felt like I just didn't buy it. You picked Texas and you picked Georgia because you think they're better than Alabama. And even though you helped recruit and build this program and you love Alabama, you should have just said, hey, I just think they're better. I just think that Texas is better. Now, with Texas losing all the running backs, maybe that's making you second guess, right? And when you see this offense out on the football field stomping opponents and doing enough on defense to get the ball back, but I get it, man. You're the only guy that beat Georgia, so you're expecting them to come in and handle Alabama. All right, guys, look, I'm working with Cover Crimson now. I'm actually one of the owners of Cover Crimson. So it's not just me being on there with Clint Lamb and the rest of the gang. It's also something that I've got a vested interest in. So I want you guys to join us over there at Cover Crimson. And right now, if you get the annual subscription, you get this T-shirt. Look at that. Boom. You like that? You get that with your annual subscription. So do yourself a favor and do us a favor, really. And be part of it. Annual subscription isn't that much. It's $1 right now, just if you want to sign up. But we're building a lot of new content that's going to be for our subscribers only. We just want to kind of have hey, we got our YouTube channel there, and then we're kind of doing our other stuff. But I appreciate those guys, and I want to throw them a bone on our channel over here too. And this channel isn't going anywhere. I mean, we're doing our morning show. The Tailgate show will continue to be on here. And for those of you guys that are hanging out, you probably already have gotten the hint. We got a new co-host on the Tailgate show. We're going to be at the floor Bama again. We'll be on the Strip in Tuscaloosa. This guy won a national championship and was known for having an excellent arm. I'm just going to leave it at that. You probably know who I'm talking about, but we're going to make an announcement later this week that got a new partner on the Tailgate show. So that'll be something that you can watch on here. And then Sunday rollback and other stuff, we'll have that on our channel as well. So thank you guys for being here. And don't forget, we're brought to you by Pearl River Resort over in Philadelphia, Mississippi. Was just there. I was hanging out with Steve Azar, the country singer and songwriter and great guy, right? He was just kicking it, that song, Don't Have to Be Me Till Monday. That song, one of those big, great country songs. Anyway, we got a lot of cool stuff going on over there. Dancing Rabbit Golf Course. I actually stayed in they got a few rooms that are in the Dancing Rabbit Golf Course clubhouse. It's amazing, man. It's so cool. Got up, went down and got a biscuit. If you play golf, I mean, the carts are right there. It is just so much fun. Places to hang out, be with your friends, go out on the golf course and all that stuff. So, check it out for yourself. And if you are in the area, swing by. If you play Dancing Rabbit right now and you're a big golfer, all you got to do is go over to the sports book at Golden Moon Casino, put $50 down, and you can play Dancing Rabbit without a membership or anything for $40, which was a great deal, right? Table games and slots at Silver Star and Golden Moon. We had steaks. Steve Azar, me, and our entire crew. Rhino was over there. Chris, the Hopster. Some friends from Super Talk Radio in Mississippi. But we did that the night before, and then the next day we got up and hung out. But you can do all that stuff as well. Great restaurants in there. It's a wonderful place. That's Pearl River Resort over in Philadelphia, Mississippi. Roll Tide, everybody. Just remember, man, we're 1 week away from football. In Bryant-Denny. And this could be, look, this is a championship season. I'm telling you. Roll Tide.